Hello, Jim Hodges here, Jim Hodges Dog Training. Little Reese here. Reese is a Vizsla. She's about 8 months old, came in for our residency training program. Great little puppy. Vizslas are hunting dogs, but they make great family dogs. They typically have a lot of energy. They can get distracted, as most hunting dogs can, but that doesn't take away the things that it can do in the family. It makes a wonderful family dog as long as it has boundaries and structure, and that goes for any dog out there as far as I'm concerned. So how do we create boundaries and structure? We do that through obedience. The beautiful thing about obedience, she's either doing it right or she's doing it wrong. It's our job to communicate in that moment of time if they're doing right or wrong. One of the things that Reese is here for is a lot of behaviors. That obedience, that being able to teach our dog right and wrong in the moment, is going to help teach her what's right and wrong with behaviors like counter surfing, like picking up toys off the ground. We have to do those in a moment. It's notice as soon as it's happening. And we do everything through motivation. At least this is what I call motivation. Motivation is praise and consequence. Praise is words, touch, treat, toy, positive emotion. As many of those as you can do at one point in time whenever something is actually in the moment of happening with your dog. Consequence is primarily words and touch. At least for this video, there are times where we avoid, we ignore, but words and touch is the best way to do it. So many of my clients tell me that their puppies listened to them when they first come home and they told them no. But before long it went in one ear and out the other, because dogs live primarily in the physical world, not the verbal. That's why the parts of motivation that I talk about, touch and words and hand signals and things like that, help to bridge that gap from our words so that our dog understands what we want. So I'm going to take a little Reese here, and we're going to go through obedience. If she does something wrong, I'm going to let her know. If she does something right, I'm going to do that. Watch my technique, listen to my tone. It's really cold out here. She's got her little jacket on. It is pretty chilly right now, but we're going to work through this, and we have to do it. Think about how you guys that are up north where it really gets cold. 30s here is nothing compared to you, I'm certain. You ready, sweetheart? Let's go. So let's go with our walking command. Before she was a little sporadic walking. She has learned now to walk with me. She doesn't pull, she doesn't smell the ground. There are times she can smell the ground, but not in the let's go. I always do it on a release. So let's go is positive, let's go. She walks with me. If she started to pull, I would tell her no, and I would tap the leash right to my side. The beautiful thing is, she hopefully will be able to walk by her brothers and sisters in the pack, which are young people that love her and she loves them. Hopefully some of this obedience will work. They may have to grow into it. They have to definitely practice it with mom and dad, but she can listen, and she's proven that with them. Good girl. When she's watching you like that, we want to pet her and love her and praise her. We can give her a treat sometimes. Atta girl. Treat, words, touch, positive emotion, atta girl. Let's go. So now we're back to let's go. And again, if we're walking in a neighborhood and we see someone, it's not her right to say hey to those people. It's not their right to say hey to her. Her job is to stay right here with you, and you're the one who decides if she meets or not. Our goal is whenever we meet someone, we do it in a way that we can control the outcome, so it's positive and it's repeatable going forward in the future. Okay, so let's go. Now I'm going to give her the sit, hand signal for sit. Good girl. Sit means sit. If she did not sit just then, I would have taken the leash, I'd have gone no, sit, and then come back, and even if I had to bite her, give her a little bit of praise even after I corrected or gave the consequence. When I ask her sit, she has to hold it. Now, I don't put a dog in a sit for 2 or 3 minutes. I think that's just too much pressure, but I do expect her to hold it for as long as I need her to. Okay? So if she was to pop up now, no, sit. If she did pop up, I'd remember that the next time. That would tell me that if she pops up once, she's going to do it again and again until I fix it. Now I'm going to break. Good girl. Treat, toy, love. Break is the release command. If you notice, I broke her, hand signal, and I brought my hands back here. Good girl, and she came to me. What do you think I'm doing? I am teaching her that, excuse me, that I am the center of her life, that the world revolves around me, her leader, okay? And I'm also teaching her that coming to me is a great thing. And that's where we take steps when we start to go off leash or she's out running in the yard to get our dogs to come. And we'll elaborate on that in just a little bit more. Okay, sit. Good. Holds that, sit. Now, down. Hand signal for down from the front. She's laying down. I know the ground is cold, a little bit wet, but she has to hold it. If she did not down then, or if she popped up, I would have gone, here's her head, no, down, right to the ground. The consequence is not designed to intimidate, dominate, break her spirit, hurt her, or make her fear you. We start with a very light consequence and move up. That's where repetition is so important. If we do things consistently, we'll never get to the point that she's going to freak out from it. And we're going to hopefully not get frustrated by it. Again, break. Good. Down. Good. And the reason I did that is, watch. Come. Hand signal for come. She comes right here. I pat her, love her, and she better hold that come command, hold that sit command for me from there. So you notice I did break, I did come, down, again, from in front. Let's go. So you see, I can move from one command to the other. It's important that we mix our commands up, especially if our dog starts anticipating what we're asking her to do. She's smart enough that she's going to anticipate. She wants to please, but she's got that childhood innocence that she gets into things. We have to be aware of it, and I'll address that hopefully again in a few more minutes. Okay, so you saw the DOW from in front, down from the side. The only difference is the hand signal. She still has to hold it. Now I could tell her stay, and that means she can pack her bag. She can roll on her side. She can chew up a bone, an antler, a bully stick. I don't care. She go to sleep. She just has to stay there. Okay, down stay means pack your bags. You're going to be there. Why do I like to do the down and down stay, especially in the beginning, is to teach our dogs that I am the leader. We are the leader. Because down is the most submissive command for most dogs, especially without a treat all the time. Okay, let's go. She's a little cold. We're going to try to speed things up working here a little bit. But that is the down. The stay command is just like that. Now, say, for example, we were in our house. For example, she likes to counter surf, okay? And we don't want her going in there. We can't watch her. You know, say this was a door. Although their house doesn't have a door like this, I would tell her, stay. And now she's not in a sit stay, she's in a stay command. She could have been standing up when I did that. Open hand just like that. Here's the door. And I'm teaching her to stay in that room, not to follow me. If she came through, I would take the leash and tap it back. No, 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 stay. Come right back out, just like this. And then I would praise her, atta girl, for staying in the room. Then we could always break. Let's go again. Good girl. So that's a great way to use stay to teach them to stay in a room or something along those lines. So at this point in time, we've done the sit, we know the down. The sit is tap up, the down is towards the ground. Our let's go is pretty much a parallel tap to the ground. Let's go. Now we'll do the place. Place is to get on your bed, lay down, sit down, stand up, read a book. I don't care what she does as long as she holds it. Easily can do this 2 or 3 hours at a time with us now. I can go and come out of a room, I can do work, I can answer phone, do whatever. She's pretty much going to stay there. In the beginning, just as with all dogs, they start to pop up. Based on the very first things I said, if she started to pop up, I would immediately take the leash and tap her and say, no, no, place. Hand signal for place, back to the center of the bed. Good girl. So it would be straight back. Everything I do is by close proximity to begin with, and as she gets it down and I get it down, I'm going to start moving from distance to distance. Watch her again. Let's go. So watch now where she's at on play. Okay, baby. Atta girl. We didn't just start that. We started here and gradually moved back. What a good girl. So I'm getting ready to give her a treat. And the reason I'm going to do this is I like to share something. When she immediately got on that bed, I could have given her a treat, told her how good she was, and I was rewarding her with the treat when she did the command in the moment. Now if I came in, good girl, give her a treat, pet her, love her, tell her how good she is, what's the reward there? The reward is her staying on the bed for me. So you see, we can use treats, words, touch in a number of different ways. Just remember, most of the time, we want to teach in the moment, and whatever we do in the moment is what she's going to understand in the moment's happening, not what happened 2 minutes ago or 2 seconds ago. Great, let's go. So I'm going to pull another treat out here because we're going to do the COME command. I love, especially for a dog that, and we want her to be willing to come in from the yard because she's on an electronic fence. We want her to come in from the yard, and the way to do that is not call her to us and expect her to come. What we have to do is want her to come. That's why we use the emotion and the treats in our commands and try to be positive. Our goal is to praise 20 times more during the day than we bite. So here we are in the COME. I've got her on a leash. I don't know if I put her in a sit. If I did, she's holding it. If not, she's sitting automatically. Doesn't really matter. She can be in any command. Okay, sweetheart, come. She comes, she sits, a lot like the break. Good girl. Break. Atta girl. Now, so say she's out in the yard, and we went over this. She was running around the yard. She had a real special toy, or she had a treat, maybe before a meal. I would have her out. I'm not going to tell her to COME. I'm going to get her attention. Reese, hey, baby, look what I got. Come. When she committed to coming to me, that's when I told her to come. Break. I'm basically marrying that word with her excitement so that when she hears the word come, she wants to come. I'm never, ever going to punish her or do anything that seems like a negative on the back end of that come. So the hand signal like this is come. I ask her to come and sit in front of me. You don't have to do that. The important thing is that we do want her to come, and our target is here, okay? When our dogs come to us and we start to teach it, she comes to us, we pet her, love her, and then we let her go again. We, again, do not want her to think every time she comes to us she's going to be put up or something along those lines. Okay, sweetheart, let's go. Sit. Next command is the heel command. The heel command is when we have a box beside us, imaginary box, and we start to walk. Her job is to stay in the box. Our job is to keep her in the box. So in the beginning, we take straight paths. Heel. We go. When we stop, she sits, good girl, and she holds that sit. Once we've done that, again, it's just like with the place command. We start short and start to build in length. Now we go heel. I step off. See how she's coming back into the box? Now I'm turning around, straighten back out a little bit. Good girl. And she did it. Fantastic. Break. Pet her, love her. What a good girl. And that's all the heel is. What happens is we tap to our side. We keep her close. When I made my turn, you noticed I turned and said I'm going to walk straight a little bit. The reason I do that is because when I'm turning, she's automatically out of the box trying to anticipate or read what we're doing as the humans. Let's go. The only other command that we got is the load up command. Reese is going to be allowed to get on the furniture, but I suggested that we only allow her on the furniture when we give the command to get on the furniture. In this case, is load up. It could be anything, okay? So we tell her to load up. She can get on the furniture when we're chilling at night. Then when we're ready for her to get off, it can be a break or a let's go. If she gets on the furniture we don't ask, it's a no. It's not no down, it's no, okay? And you tap her till she hits the ground. When her 4 feet hit the ground, what are you going to say? Good girl, okay? All right, load up. Good girl. Break. We have actually, she's young, we've been actually trying to teach her to do that, to load up, like in the back of my SUV as well. Takes a lot of motivation, and we're trying to build confidence in our pups so that they know they can do these things. She's really a good girl. The counter surfing, the picking up toys, we have to catch that in that moment of time. How do we do that? Well, the way to do it is seed things on the ground or put stuff on the counter and start to watch her from a distance. And if she starts to get it, we tap the leash and tell her no, and we leave it there. I never pick it up and give her like so many other people on YouTube says, and I understand some of the merits behind it. I just personally don't agree with it. I don't have a dog biting on me or biting something I don't like and give them an immediate substitute. I always tell them no. After they've stopped, then I'll give them a substitute. So with picking up toys, Counter surfing, we catch in that moment. No, we provide the proper consequence for that in that moment, okay? And we continue to do it till we know what's going to happen. If our lives are so busy that we can't watch her, she needs to be in the crate, or we need to make sure that nothing's on the floor, nothing's on the counter that she can get to. It's so important that we build in the moment and not allow the things that we're teaching to happen when we're not looking, because if they're happening when we're not looking, guess what? She learns when we're not around, she doesn't have to pay attention. Obedience is the key. Good leadership. Again, not to intimidate or dominate, but to provide her the leadership, the confidence that we can control all things. She's going to become more confident from it as well. I hope that helps. My name is Jim Hodges, Jim Hodges Dog Training. Facebook, Jim Hodges Dog Training. Amazon, Jim Hodges Dog Training. Even these leashes are on Amazon. Getting ready to have martingale collars and some other things up there, as well as some chews. If I can help you, pick up the phone and call me. There's never a charge for a follow-up. I really do appreciate your trust in me. I hope everything goes well in life. Please, everybody, be safe, and God bless. Take care.